Dragons and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between our visitors. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Jones. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Red Dragons have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
We got this.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Murray. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Here's Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hands it off out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. And oh, he coughed it up.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Peterson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. On first down, Jones. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Get ready! Get ready!
For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Red Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Way to get it started, now.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 44, Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Murray going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, good job.
A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Red Dragons are able to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Murray. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Get ready.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The give is to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's back over the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Dragons.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
A gain of 16 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Back to throw again. There's a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, Murray. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Titans had too much talent to finish where they did, as a Week 17 victory could only up their final mark to 6-10 on the year. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Daniel Jones, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did, and that should set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up seconds and 3.
On second down, it's Jones. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Peterson. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Murray now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, quick slant caught by Kirk. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Let's go.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing again, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Working with 2nd and 5 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
they'll run again.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Kyler Murray, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Bolden on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 4.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. That catch good for only a couple. From the 41, Murray steps away to his left. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free, and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Murray to air it out again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 31, Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On second down, it's Tucker. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, that's Allison. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Red Dragons are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw again on second down. Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray trying again after the pick six. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Knight. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Murray again. Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they get a 15th win on the year.